Hi guys, so checking in again with a small update. Today we have the CPI inflation data, which is important. Not sure how it's going to affect the news, affect the markets, possibly lead to another drop like last week with the PPI. Which day was that? This day. Anyway, we had a drop with the PPI over here. This was the NFP and the PPI last week over here. That's because the PPI came in hot. The CPI possibly could come in hot as well. So we're still in this area that we've been discussing this since last week, right? I started averaging in entries. I had some here, but I took a little bit of profit. The rest of these positions of mine got knocked out at break even. Remember, this isn't financial advice or when to buy or sell. I'm just purely educational, showing you guys how I'm looking at the markets and what I'm looking at and what the possibilities that brings, right? So I still have keeping a stop loss above this high, right? And I'm going to go over why I think we're having a push up to this area, and then we'll see what the CPI inflation brings. So first things first, once again, trend line of resistance. Right, we have this broken trend line over here where we had previous support. Broken support, right? Take this Fibonacci tool. And that now possibly takes us into this golden pocket area over here. So I'm going to see what further confluences we get here. We are getting oversold here on this 4-hour stochastic, and almost have divergences there. This pushes higher and this pushes to form a lower high, and then maybe we go down, right? So I think we could possibly be moving up to test this broken resistance, this major resistance, pull up into this golden pocket Fibonacci area. We have starting to get overbought here. Could still push up, but so this, as it stands now, we have divergences here. See on this hourly. Right, so what I think is going to happen now, since we've broken this trend line of resistance, right? Faked us out here, came back. This is when I knew. Okay, once we broke this, so like I say, looks like we're trying to push up into this area. I don't know what the inflation data is going to look like, but if the inflation data comes in hotter than expected, right, then maybe now we work our way up into the inflation and then we get a drop. Tomorrow we have the Fed the Fed rate announcement. So it's going to be quite a bit of a volatile week. We'll have to see if, you know, something else happens and this thing decides, okay, it's going to break. Then we wait for it to break, we wait for the pullback, and then we see if that happens. But now as it stands, I think we could get a push up into this area, and then we see what the news brings. My intentions are still that we might get this drop, right? So if I do decide to enter in this area myself, not advice to anybody else, what I will be looking for is further confluences, right? And then if I do place my stop loss above this peak over here and above this trend line of resistance, and then we'll see if we continue down. If that all fails, hits my stop loss, I'll evaluate and see what the next plan of action is, right? So yeah, just keep an eye out for the CPI inflation data now, guys. It's pretty important. And then perhaps we get don't know how sharp the decline is, but we could be bearish for December. But like I say, this resistance could fail, this pullback. Don't know what the catalyst could be. Maybe the inflation comes in extremely low, the Fed comes off dovish, who knows. But this is where I see opportunity for a push down. Alright guys, you can compare this with your analysis, see what your charts say, and make up your own minds what you see in the market there, right? Let me just quickly check something before I go. If I add a level here, yeah, it's approaching this resistance at this area, so I think we still get a squeeze a bit higher. But here's resistance, you can see resistance, 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 support, resistance, support. But I'm not gonna bank on that. I'll see what happens after the CPI report comes out. Okay guys, I hope this information is useful to you. I hope it helps. And I'll check back in once I see anything new. Alright.